Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Advanced.
Hello and welcome back to the program. Welcome to Advanced class number 155. All by myself today, alone here in the studio, with the exception of the technicians, of course. But on the air, I'm alone. Yes, so I'll start, as always, with a little review of some of the things we saw yesterday. We were talking about other ways of saying to get angry. To get angry. So we were talking about going crazy, to go mad, to get angry, to go nuts, to blow your top, to blow one's top, to hit the roof, to lose it, to flip. And you've adopted that one in Spanish, flipar. But really, in English, I think you say flipar more often than we say flip. But we say it sometimes. To go ballistic, which is kind of a strange one, but interesting. So, lots of questions I can ask. Does your boss often get angry? Does your boss often get angry? No. My boss doesn't often get angry. Now, would you lose it if someone stole your wallet? Would you lose it? Would you absolutely lose it if someone stole your wallet? Would you? I would. I would lose. I've never had my wallet stolen. I've never been robbed. Well, no, that's not true. I had my phone stolen once, but I think it was sort of my fault. I left it somewhere. I forgot it somewhere. But if I had it stolen, I would lose it. I would definitely lose it. Yes. Yeah. So ask me what makes me lose it. Kyle, what makes you lose it? Ask me what makes me get really mad. Kyle, what makes you get really mad? Well, I get pretty mad. I was talking yesterday. I mentioned those bathroom lights that turn off automatically. Also, plastic wrap that you use for wrapping food, in the kitchen. When it sticks together and you can't cover the food with it because you can't get it to behave the way you want, it sticks and then it rips and tears and it doesn't work. That makes me mad. I blow my top. Also, malfunctions with electronics make me go mad. Yeah, they make me lose it. They make me get really mad. I don't get mad very often. I think I take after. Remember the phrasal verb to take after? To be similar to in behavior, typically with a relative. So I take after my mother in that I don't get angry very often. My mother never gets angry. I seldom get angry. All right, now, as we move on, we have a chance to look at something that we didn't have time to see yesterday. There are three of us. We never say we are three. Somos tres. We say there are three of us. And there are three of us here in the studio today. I'm alone on the air right now. But in the studio, at the moment, there are three of us here in the studio. I'm in the recording room. And then in the booth, there is Nacho, our technician. He's in the booth. And also in the booth today is Manu. So there are three of us here. We're all here. There are three of us. Last week, Alberto was here. There were four of us here. But now there are only three of us. So here you can, if you say, ¿Cuántos sois? How many of you are there? Somos tres. There are three of us. Éramos seis. There were six of us. Serán dos. There will be two of them. Okay. Ask me how many chairs there are in the studio. Kyle, how many chairs are there? There are 7 chairs. There are seven. Now, really, logically, it's following the same. There are seven. There are 7 chairs. And people, we are people, so there are 7 of us. Well, here, there are 3 of us in the studio. Okay? Ask me how many of us there are in the building. Ask me how many of us there are in the building. Kyle, how many of you are there in the building? So this is in the radio studio, the building. Upstairs we have some office staff, some people working upstairs. We have a receptionist, Lucy, our receptionist, and we have other people working in the office. I think Anna's in the office today. I think we have, at the moment, I think the cleaning lady is here. So there are 3 of them upstairs. There are 3 of us downstairs. So there are 6 of us in the office right now. There are 6 of us in the building. There are 3 of us downstairs, and there are 3 of them upstairs. But together, there are 6 of us in the building. So we never say we are 6 or we are 3. No, no, no. There are 6 of us. Okay, so please remember that, because I hear this all the time. I hear mistakes with this all the time. Okay? So, as we move on now, it's time, oh yes, it is time for our expression of the day.
Expression of the day.
Our expression of the day today is 24/7. 24/7. And this means nonstop. We're open 24/7 because 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nonstop. We're permanently open. We broadcast 24/7. We don't stop. We broadcast 24/7. That's right. Bringing you English 24/7 here on Vaughan Radio. That's right. Online, you can access us 24/7. We don't stop. 24/7, permanently, non-stop. So that's our expression of the day, 24/7. All right, now as we move into class number 155, we see to catch on, a phrasal verb. The phrasal verb to catch on, which is essentially to become popular, ponerse de moda, to become popular. Or also to notice something, darse cuenta de algo, or entender algo, to catch on. So did you catch on? If I started speaking in a Tennessee accent, if I started talking like this, would you catch on that I was talking differently? Would you catch on? Did you catch on to my accent change? Did you catch on to that? Did you notice it? Of course, I caught on. I caught on. I noticed it. And the first meaning I mentioned, to catch on, is to become fashionable. So, for example, bell-bottom pants, the pants that get wide at the bottom, they caught on in the 1960s, but they went out of fashion later. They're not in fashion anymore. Did you catch on to the content? Did you understand the content that I explained in the last class? Are you catching on to any new hobby right now, like playing a musical instrument? Are you trying to catch on to it? It takes some time to catch, like playing the guitar. It takes time to catch on to playing the guitar. Are you catching on to English? Did it take you a long time to catch on to my accent? To coger el ritmo, let's say, to get accustomed to it and be able to follow me. Maybe it took a while for you to catch on to my accent. Now, in terms of becoming popular, did CDs catch on quickly? Yeah, they caught on. I would say in the late 1980s, maybe early 90s, maybe around 1990s. Around 1990, I suppose, CDs caught on. They became popular. When they were being launched, I'm sure the companies didn't know if they would catch on or not, but they caught on. Like now, we have Blu-ray discs. They seem to be catching on. They seem to be gaining popularity. When I go into a shop, I see these Blu-ray discs everywhere now. They're catching on. They're becoming more and more popular. And there were remember the beta tapes in the 1980s. And the beta tapes never caught on, even though the image quality was actually better than VHS. But the beta tapes didn't catch on for some reason. They didn't catch on. They didn't become popular. They didn't achieve a mainstream level of popularity. For some reason, they didn't catch on. All right. I'd like to move on and take a look now at our vocabulary of the day.
Vocabulary of the day.
All right, it is time for the vocabulary of the day, our 5 words of vocabulary. De ninguna manera. Para nada. No way. No way. Cancelar. Cancelar. We say to call off. Now, of course, to cancel. But the phrasal verb, that's nice to know, to call off. We had to call off the party. It was raining. We had to call it off. We had to call off the picnic. They often call off baseball games. In America, baseball games, if there's too much rain, they'll call it off. Arrastrar. This is the verb to drag. Drag. Yes, to drag. Maybe something is stuck to the back of your car and you're dragging it. To drag. Arrastrar, to drag. Decepcionado. Disappointed. Disappointed. So make sure you learn these 5 words every day. Small, little by little. Just 5 words at a time, little by little. Decepcionado, disappointed. Disappointed. Desalentador. Discouraging. Discouraging. Oh, the results were discouraging. I was disappointed because the results were discouraging. Or maybe I was discouraged because the results were disappointing. We could say. All right. Discouraging. Desalentador. Discouraging. All right. We've got about 5 minutes left. So I'd like to move on now and talk about today's translation list.
Translation.
All right. It's time for our translation list. Number 56 today. Number 1. Creo que el cambio vale la pena. I think the change is worthwhile. I think the change is worthwhile. Number 2. Solo nos quedan 2 listas por hacer. Bueno, un poco más que 2, ¿no? 4. We only have 2 lists left to do. We only have 2 lists left to do. Number 3. Ha sido un día ajetreado. It's been a hectic day. It's been a hectic day. Yes, ajetreado. Hectic. Busy. Lots of work to do. It's been a hectic day. Number 4. No me apetece hacer nada. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like doing anything. Number 5. Si ese es el caso, no cuentes conmigo. If that's the case, count me out. No cuentes conmigo. You could say, don't count me in, but it's more logical and more common to say, count me out. Don't expect me to want to participate. Count me out. Don't count on me. Count me out. Number 6. No puedes descartar ninguna posibilidad. You can't rule out any possibility. You can't rule out any possibility. Number 7. Lo sabían de antemano. They knew it beforehand. They knew it beforehand. Number 8. Le dije que iba a una boda. I told him I was going to a wedding. I told him I was going to a wedding. All right, we've seen 8 of the sentences, and we don't have much time left, so I'd like to finish there. I'll save a few. We'll have 4 more left, 4 more sentences that we will see, along with our complete review, tomorrow at the same time. So I do hope you'll join me then, and I hope you'll remember we only have a few more lists. We have plenty of classes left, but a few more lists. But take advantage of these lists. Study hard, and remember to watch the sessions every day on television, review at home with the radio, study, study, study as hard as you can. Take advantage of all the material, okay? I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.